Okay,
it's fish boy, not monkey boy.
So, I noticed that Fenix and Panne were talking, so we're gonna go over to them.
Hey, Panne.
No.
Ronan and Hyacinth stick around or just give them some space?
Actually, this
Hyacinth is Hyacinth is just gonna go over here and start meditating.
Dude, look at that rock over there! I'm gonna go look at it! Totally not invading privacy! Vipe.
They're weird. They're weird, right? They're weird, right?
And you kill us, bro!
I think that he enjoys the weirdness, so... It is all a matter of perspective, I suppose.
I guess so.
So, a specific mindset? What exactly is that?
I haven't told you much about the group I grew up in. Basically, we were a bunch of thieves, or at least that's what most of the people would call us. It's more of family for me, but we did a lot of illegal activities. We never hurt anyone, but it is what it is. Thing is, when you're a small group and you have faith in a place where being fake can get you killed, we had to be a whole lot craftier than usual. That involved getting some certain mindsets in place and certain rules. One of the rules was knowing your limits. Never take more than you can handle. And if you're uncertain if you can handle something, you'd have to ask help or explain to the boss. That way, any mission we take would run as smoothly as possible, without any of us getting hurt.
That is more cooperative than I have heard of. Sometimes if you can't handle it, they just dispose of you. I've been traveling a lot, trying to find my master's murderer, and I've seen a lot. So it seems like it was at least a very caring band of merry men and women.
Well, the leader did pick me up from the streets, so not many men these days would pick up a fae. Not one that looks like me.
She looks him up and down. You look fine.
For you, maybe. For humans, it's not as great. However, that mindset of always telling everyone if you needed help, or telling everyone if there was something you couldn't handle, it built a lot of trust with us. That way, we always knew to trust each other, to always handle their part and always tell if they needed help. It came with the flip side of not offering help unless it was asked for. And only now, after a few weeks of traveling, I realized that not everyone thinks like that. Some people just want to help for the sake of helping, or in your case, because they need to help. And I apologize for not realizing it sooner.
My kind are rare. Usually we keep to ourselves in small little hamlets. I don't like saying the word cult, but my sect of the followers of Torm serve humanoids instead of a clan. Torm grants us with a vision of whom we shall serve. We go and find them, and then we serve that family for the rest of our lives. So we are my clan is very small. So understand why you would not have heard of it before, or heard of my ways. Can I make you a deal?
And what that deal would be?
I obviously need to help you in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, my eyes will melt.
And we do not want that.
No. But you do not always need help. I will help you in smaller ways, such as continuing to cook for you and whatnot, and occasionally mending shirts or something. But you must promise me that the second that you have something that you may not like, that you even have a doubt that you can handle, you come and talk to me and ask me for help. Especially when it comes. She looks up at him with a deadpan stare. Who do you think is one of the most capable out of all of us?
Well, if I suddenly need someone playing music, I think I'd rather go to Ronan.
If that's fair enough, I think the most I could do would possibly be a scale on a piano.
You can't tell it, but Fenix is smiling currently. Behind that mask. Gotcha.
But especially if it concerns that. She points at his sword.
Wolf bite?
Yes. I do not believe that it will harm you directly. However, you say you hear voices, and I'm worried that those voices may try and convince you that you should hurt others, or others will hurt you, and that may not be the case. It could get into your mind and tell you that we are going to betray you, or hurt you. And I have some cleansing spells. It's sort of what I do. I am a cleric. But also, unless you are part of the cult that murdered my master, there is no way that I will hurt you, considering the fact that I was just ordered not to, and to take care of you.
Alright, if the sword starts telling me to kill everybody around me, I will tell you instantly. Though,
Or if you don't think you can handle it.
or if I think I can't handle it. So to be fair, I'm more scared about hurting others around me on my own, rather than being manipulated to it.
Well, you haven't really hurt me so far. You've eaten all my food, that's all I can really ask.
Well, it's good food.
She kind of gingerly starts sliding down the horse's front leg and goes around the front at a safe distance. Just... I will try and resist helping you all the time and constantly badgering you if you need help. But I apologize in advance if I can't.
That's alright. Just if I try to somehow signal to you that you're going a bit overboard, don't take it personally. I'm an introvert.
You very much remind me of my male master. Declan would like you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another person to apologize to.
Actually, I'm going to go that direction as well, so if you want a backpack ride...
That's adorable.
That would be faster.
Hop on, and Fix crouches down.
And she shimmies up. She's small.
1, 2, 3.
Whee!
She never
Yeah, she-
lets me carry her like that.
Welcome to the Phoenix Express!
You haven't offered.
Okay,
It
I
was
don't
implied.
I don't know if you saw my message, Hyacinth, but since you're meditating, roll nature with advantage.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Oh yay!
Okay, and while she's doing that, we'll go ahead and go over here.
Rock, paper, scissors? No, I'm just kidding. Oh wow!
Dirty 20.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! So
Okay.
remember when the first time she was rolling this nature check, she got a 6. Thank goodness.
Okay, so while dealing with that, Ray, when he sees Pan, he kind of stops in his tracks.
Phoenix is gonna stop and crashes down and lets Pan back down. This is your stop, I think.
Hmm.
And mine.
Raymond, I have come to apologize. Please come over here so I can grovel privately.
Simon,
What? Ray
Come
just
over
kind of
here.
quietly follows. We'll go to Phoenix and Simon first.
Yes. Just wanted to have him come. Go for it.
I'm guessing that.
Good dog.
I'm guessing that Pan is I'm guessing that Pan's ready to talk to Ray.
something about apology, and I also need to talk to you in private.
Oh,
I know it's weird that I'm
why
asking
don't-
for this, but
Ira, why don't we start go prepare some food for everyone?
Okay. You're very lucky that Pan wasn't there to hear that.
they're gonna go prep the kitchen for Pan.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go with that, yeah.
Alright, this is a little unusual.
I know. Let me preface this with that when you asked about this first, I was going to tell you. I just got a little bit awkward, and then the talk turned into my sword, and the attention had been on me for too long, and you know how I get with attention.
Alright.
So, when you asked if any of us have things that they need to do or anything like that to survive,
Yes.
well, it's not going to kill me, but it's going to hurt a lot.
What is?
So, come on, Phoenix, you practice this. You... Alright. Every time I feel... no.
You got
this,
this,
you-
Dogi.
Ah! So, you've already seen most of my ghost-like abilities, right? Floating, going through walls.
Yes.
Well, they come from very specific power source, and yeah, I usually don't tell this to people because they do not react well to this.
Alright.
Basically, they come from negative emotions: sadness, anger, fear, regret, irritation. Whole lot of irritation. A lot of irritation.
I feel attacked.
Simon blinks. I'm going to elect not to take offense at that.
To give you a mental image, imagine water skin.
Yes.
And whenever I feel one of those emotions, it gets built up a little. And whenever I use a little bit of my powers, it a little bit gets poured out. Now, normally this isn't a problem because I'm alone. I can take breaks, I can meditate on my own, I can pour out as much as I need or want on my own without risking anyone else's help. However, in a group, the emotions get amplified. So I need to take a whole lot more breaks. Sadly, well, you've read the journal, right?
Yes.
There's been a few mentions about me taking breaks being a bad thing.
Alright, I think I understand. Well, I think I know how to phrase this. I do have permission to tell this to the rest of the group, right? Because if this is a matter of your survival and, you know, mental health, I believe it needs to be told to the group.
At least some part of it, but I'd rather not mention it. It's the negative emotions. Can you imagine telling Panne or Hoopla? Them knowing that that I can float around because at some point on the past week, someone in the team has made me feel some kind of bad feeling.
Right. Alright, I know. Alright, I think I have an idea how to phrase it. I won't be specific, but this is a matter of life and death. Well, sort of. I mean, you're not undead, are you?
You can feel the judgment in his case.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Listen. I don't know. All right. Don't keelhaul me for just not knowing. I'm trying to understand.
It's complicated. Am I officially undead? No, I am not officially undead, and I am not going to get hurt if somebody heals me.
Alright.
But I consider myself dead, yes.
Oh. Alright.
It's a long story. I didn't call myself the ghost for... What was it that Panne called it? Kicks and giggles?
That is... Is that Simon blinks? Alright. Coming from a sailor, that is not the correct idiom at all.
But it's the more fun one!
I suppose.
It's the one that can go on this channel.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to tread carefully here. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask some questions, and you don't have to answer them if they're too personal, but is your nature the reason why you're covered up all the time?
Yes.
So, if you
there's...
weren't covered, would it hurt?
No, being uncovered wouldn't exactly physically hurt me. I would be very, very terrified, and being without my mask is...
Alright, so that explains why you eat alone. Fair. That's fair. Alright. So, are there any... Are there any substances that are poisonous to you? Like, if I were to shove garlic in front of your face, would you start hissing?
What do you think I am, a vampire?
But Simon blinks. Well, are you? Because you didn't say you said you Ah! It's like Simon lands on his rump and he sees Fenix laughing. Did you just prank me?
Don't tell Hoopla. Fenix will press his hand to prop Simon back up.
Alright, Simon gets back up. Alright, I believe in the next scuttlebutt. You don't have to be present for it if you don't want to, but I think I know how to tell this to the group.
All right. Fair warning. When there's an emotional spike, things can get a little bad. Usually the build-up is gradual, and I just need a couple hours to take care of it. But if you start seeing sparks on my arms, that's usually bad sign.
All right.
And if it goes past that, well,
how dangerous are we talking? Like you could blow up a building, you're gonna set yourself on fire. I'm sorry that these questions might seem silly and inane, but I really am just trying to understand.
everyone around me will get hurt. I'll put it that way.
That was a cute little squeak!
It's why I have been taking those breaks whenever I can.
Ah.
And why I keep telling myself to calm down.
Simon smiles. Well, I appreciate the effort you've been taking to ensure everyone's safety. You're a good friend.
Yeah, well, it comes off as being a social jerk, so...
Well, now we know that... Well, now we know that you're not just being an asocial jerk. You're doing it because you actually care.
Oh dear heavens, I'm never going to hear the end of this, am I?
Oh no. I am far from the teasing type. I am not going to tease you about this.
Ronan.
I hate it when it happened. I hated it when it happened to me. I'm not going to do that to anyone else.
You're a good man, you know that?
Oh. Thank you. Alright.
Now, I've been having a build-up and I probably need to take a break for a couple hours.
Alright.
Freeze! Don't go black! There we go. Sorry, screen was kind of going poof.
Oh. Alright.
No, like, in real life, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgot to turn off the accent. Sorry, we're all having a mass hallucination right now. Sometimes I get...
Alright, it's back. So, I'm going to take a couple hour break, pour out as much as I can, because the second I see Karen, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get filled up right back up, right up again. English!
Alright,
How to speak common!
last question. When you do your, when you release that build-up, does it just, like, dissipate into nothingness, or does it, leave some things behind?
It should dissipate, unless I do it repeatedly against a rock. In that case, the rock might melt a little bit.
Oh.
Just a little bit!
Alright.
Just a little!
Just a little bit!
Alright, good to know.
If you could ask Panne to prepare a bucket of water for me, that would be great. I would have done that earlier myself, but Panne managed to kind of poof before I got word in.
Alright.
Oh, one last thing.
Yes?
While I strive towards not to let it happen, if a spike happens and the worst happens, I want you to remember something.
Yes?
Whatever you're feeling, it's not yours.
Well, that's effing ominous.
Okay, we're gonna go to Panne and Raymond. Ray is looking at Panne and he looks really anxious because of that nat frickin' one he got. Never scared of anything, and he's scared of Panne.
Can you blame him?
No.
Why is she's like tiny?
He's 2 feet tall.
It's still hilarious to me.
It's always the quiet ones. Remember that.
And the quiet. It's not even the quiet ones. It's always the tiny ones.
Yes.
Anyway.
All right. As you know, I am a caretaker, and I raised 2 children. During which time, I was the disciplinarian, and their father was the fun-loving one. Mind you, they loved both of us, and they obviously turned out to be very wonderful people, as you met, but I don't know how to turn off the disciplinarian. When one of my kids messed up, I would turn on my galaxy eyes and kind of scare them into never wanting to do it again. It was a reflex, and I do apologize for that. I only do it to instill in them the gravity of the situation. For example, one time when Declan was very little, he got into his father's swords, and one almost fell on his head, point down.
Ray is just quietly listening.
I managed to shield him, but that is sort of when the galaxy eyes were born, and they know that that's sort of my serious face. But I can see that it is not an approach that works for everyone now, and I am learning that not everyone is like the people that I've always been around. I'm mostly only associated with my master and the kids. And then when I started looking for information on the murderer, I mostly kept to the sides. I am a brownie after all. And just listened for snippets of information. So I apologize for not taking that into account. And she looks up at him. I do want you to understand that mouthing off to the Grand Sealy was not a wonderful idea. However, I went about expressing it in the wrong way. At least for you. It would have worked on Moira and Declan. Could you please... She gets down on one knee and bows her head. Would you please teach me how to be a better friend?
Ray actually looks embarrassed the second you kneel down in front of him, and he immediately bends down and tries to pull you back onto your feet.
No, she stubbornly is she's doing that thing where your dog plays dead and they just put all their weight into the ground. They don't want to go on the wall.
Please, first of all, please don't do that.
Why?
You don't have to bow to me or whatever. That's weird.
It's a formal supplication. It is something that we do as clerics of Torm. But if you wish it, I shall stop. She stands up this time.
please don't do that again.
I won't do it to you again.
I don't know if I'm the right person to ask how to be a good friend, because... I mean, you've seen how effed up I am, right?
Perhaps I should amend my statement. Please teach me, she plants herself right in front of him, how to be a better friend to you.
Well, first of all, you gotta understand, I'm just gonna F up sometimes. I try not to, but... Oh... yeah, just, I'm gonna F up sometimes, and that's just gonna happen. Also, I like to bust people's balls, so... If I do that to you, don't take it personal.
Well, I'm sure I've made a mistake or two once or twice, and I don't have any balls, so I think we'll be all right there. Just
What is it with you people and taking things literal?
I was attempting humor. I guess it didn't go well.
Well, maybe it's that Ray suddenly gets a small smirk. Maybe it's because of your deadpan delivery. I really want to kill myself for that.
Now that you should feel
See
bad.
what you did.
The what?
Quill, I feel your spirit within me!
That was bad and you should feel bad, because it was bad.
It was awful, but Ray's a punster.
He is known for terrible puns. He is known for terrible puns, and this is the character Ellen fell in love with.
This is the one thing about this character I don't like.
Alright. Okay, now I'm lightheaded. That was just... I can't.
I think it's safe to say maturity has gone out the window.
Anyway.
Yep.
I'm gonna mute now.
In any case, as I said to not Master Fenix, I have already failed once. I do not care to repeat it. And while this isn't necessarily life or death... Well, no, the thing with the Grand Sealy was definitely a matter of life and death. But being your friend is not necessarily a matter of life and death. I do not wish to fail at that either. Because I do want to take care of all of you. And taking care of someone means their emotions as well.
Ray just looks pretty uncomfortable. This is kinda... I'm not used to people wanting to take care of me. Only two people, only like 2 or 3 people I've ever known have wanted to.
Then they were the wisest.
No, Raymond's face falls as he thinks about one of them in particular that he's referring to.
Not Master Raymond, it's the people who should matter most in your life, in my opinion, are the people who will take care of you without expecting anything in return, whom you want to take care of your own volition without expecting anything in return as well.
You think
What?
I expect anything from anyone?
I do not know you well enough to fully answer that. But I feel, or it is my deduction, that you have had people in your life who took care of you only to take advantage of you.
The look in Raymond's eyes changes for a brief second. It flashes to like a really deep anger before it goes back to normal.
I think I may have hit a mark. But you see, other than a biological need to take care of people, I have no such ulterior motives. I just want to take care of you. That's it.
Ray looks down at Pan with a very wry smirk, and it has nothing to do with your orders, right?
I was taking care of your lot way before Moira ever ordered me. Was I not?
Yeah.
In any case, just please, I wish to know a better way to communicate with you, so just... Also, I need to figure out how if you get hurt, how exactly am I supposed to heal you?
I don't like healing magic.
I suppose I have a few potions, but...
I prefer potions.
Okay. I will do the potions. All right.
Roll insight right quick.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Hey! You have a really good modifier there. As you're looking at Ray, when he says, I don't like healing magic, there is something way deeper going on there than what he's saying.
Raymond?
Hmm?
When I showed you my eyes, you looked frightened. Why is that?
Raymond turns and, just walks away real quickly.
Oh, no you do not! You come back here! You do not have to answer the question. She sort of leaps onto his leg. And she's clutching on it like a toddler. You do not have to answer the question.
Can you get off my boot, please?
Only if you promise to stand still.
No, seriously, get off my boot.
She just lifts her eyebrows a little.
Please get off my boot.
Will you stand still?
Fine! Whatever, just let go!
Thank you. You don't have to tell me anything about your past. I was just concerned. But
I don't like talking or thinking about my past. I told you once, right? Who likes to talk about bad bleep from the past?
alright. That's fair. She looks down at Utu. Is she a good thing from the past?
Ray kneels down, picks up Utu. She's the first good thing from my past.
And I will strive to ask you more about her. But for right now, I still am sorry for being harsh with you. And I'm sorry for upsetting you just now. It is... In case you hadn't noticed, I'm a little blunt.
Oh, you think you're the first blunt person I've ever dealt with?
True, but I'm also...
Man, I should introduce you to my best friend sometime. If I ever get the chance to.
Trying really hard not to meta. But I am merely saying that I am still learning how to interact with people who aren't my masters. So I will come to you and ask you for lessons and things about Utu. Is that alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
This time, instead of grabbing onto the boot, she just hugs his knees and then walks off. Like, gives him a quick squeeze, because that's as high as she can go. And then as she passes Simon, she says, "Apologies are exhausting." And then she heads into the house to cook. Because that's, like, her main thing.
That's her therapy.
Hey, it's okay.